So explain the difference between the EPSP and the IPSP. They're kind of like the opposite of each other. The EPSP are graded potentials that can start an action potential in the axon, and the IPSP is the opposite. It actually lessens the chance of an action potential starting in the axon. So the EPSP brings the postsynaptic membrane closer to the threshold, whereas the IPSP does the opposite, and it wants the postsynaptic membrane further away from the threshold. Okay, and what specifically determines whether an EPSP or IPSP will be generated at the postsynaptic membrane? So that just depends on where the neurotransmitter binds to the postsynaptic membrane. It just depends on whether or not an EPSP will be used or the IPSP. It just depends on the neurotransmitter and where it binds. So since at any moment a neuron is likely to have thousands of neurons releasing neurotransmitter at its surface, how does the neural activity determine whether to fire or not to fire? So that is determined by the neuron axon hillock, and it keeps up with all of the signals it receives through the temporal and the spatial summation, either or.